There can be nothing less enjoyable about having a pet than the fact that it could host a family of fleas, and not only one either. These tiny insects can be difficult to spot on your cat or dog, as they rarely come out of hiding, but live around the roots of your pet's hair. Unfortunately, fleas can be transferred from animals to humans very easily, and they were probably responsible for the historic plagues in England in the 17th century. These offending insects were given a free passage by the rodents that arrived by ship from the Far East, and in this way the fatal disease was transmitted. Fleas are a dark brown colour and have 3 pairs of hind legs, which have the strength and flexibility that any Olympic high or long jumper would envy. Of course, people can really exaggerate how far, and especially how high, fleas can jump. For example, I read in an article the other day that they can jump the equivalent height of the Empire State Building. In actual fact, their vertical record is 7 inches, and they have a horizontal leap of 13 inches, which means a jump of 137 metres in human terms, which is quite enough for me. Fleas actually bite us with their sucking mouth part and leave a single hole, whereas ants and spiders leave 2. I don't know about you, but if I'm bitten, I find the desire to scratch the resulting swelling so overwhelming I don't bother to examine the identity of the attacker too closely. What is more worrying about fleas is the number of eggs they lay every day. In a flea's lifetime, a total of 600 can easily be reached. Naturally, some eggs will drop out of your pet onto the floor or carpet, but unfortunately their chances of survival are no less than the others, as the larvae which hatch out within the next 2 weeks can live on dead skin, feathers, or even dust. It then takes another 2 weeks for the developing larvae to reach adulthood. If a newly emerged flea gets sucked up in your hoover, the good news is that it'll probably die of starvation. But once an adult flea has had a blood meal, it can survive from 2 months to a year without feeding. Once bitten, twice shy, goes the English proverb, but it's rather difficult to enforce this if you have the bad luck to get an infestation. If you have a dog or a cat, it's very likely that they are the root cause of it. They are discerning creatures, though, like mosquitoes, and if they have the chance to choose, they seem to sense who has the sweetest blood, and the most sensitive of us suffer again. All kinds of remedies and prevention measures have been suggested, ranging from certain herbal extracts to chemical sprays that are guaranteed to kill your pet together with the fleas. The new gimmick promoted by vets and pet shops alike is the single drop treatment, administered to your animal surreptitiously on the back of its head. The theory behind this is that it penetrates your pet's skin, enters the bloodstream, and gives an unpleasant taste to the blood. The makers of this expensive treatment claim immediate extermination of the offending fleas, but in my own experience the fleas just decide that their food supply has lost its attraction and move on, or should I say, jump on to newer feeding grounds, which could well be you or me.